is afraid of Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu. The stage is now set for the conduct of the 2016 governorship election in Edo State by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). It is common knowledge that the two dominant political parties in the state remains the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) and the opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP). However, since Pastor Ize-Iyamu declared his intention to run for the office of governor, his aspiration has generated a lot of positive response from within members of the political class and the electorate, who have variously expressed confidence in his capacity to move Edo State to greater heights. Whereas the world over, people dwell on issues and achievements, if any, as a way of selling their party and candidates in any election. This is why it is mind-boggling, particularly within the rank and file of the APC-led government. Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu's rising profile and popularity has become a potent threat to the extent that the government of the day has embarked on a campaign of calumny and devised strategies to pull him down syndrome in their futile attempt to misinform, mislead, and distort the reality on ground. Today, the national anthem of the leaders of the ruling party in Edo State is that Pastor Ize-Iyamu served under the administration of Lucky Osagie Ize-Iyamu. It is true that Ize-Iyamu at various times served as Chief of Staff and Secretary to State Government (SSG) during the Ize-Iyamu administration, but it is on record that he diligently delivered on the duties of his office and other official responsibilities that were assigned to him. The critical question at this point is, what offense did Pastor Ize-Iyamu commit? When has it become a crime for one to have rendered patriotic service to his state? After all, many of the chieftains and gladiators of the APC today in Edo State held one prominent position or the other when Chief Lucky Ize-Iyamu was governor between 1999 and 2007. President Muhammadu Buhari served under the military dictatorship regime of General Sani Abacha as chairman of the Petroleum Trust Fund (PTF). Inasmuch as majority of Nigerians described the Abacha regime as oppressive, repressive, and most corrupt, that he served under the Abacha regime did not make him corrupt or regarded as a corrupt person. So also is Ize-Iyamu, who has made his modest contributions towards the growth and development of Edo State. As Chief of Staff and Secretary to Edo State government, his duties to a very large extent was purely administrative and advisory. In other words, it lies within the domain of a principal to either accede or discountenance the advice of his aide or appointee, as the case may be. Another popular sing-song of the Edo APC-led government is the malicious accusation leveled against Pastor Ize-Iyamu that he keeps moving from one party to the other. The pertinent question begging for an answer is, who is that politician today that has not at one time or the other moved from one political party to the other? It is on record that the comrade governor, when he entered the political terrain, first pitched tent with the Labour Party. He later switched to the defunct All Nigerian People's Party (ANPP) and later landed in Action Congress, under whose platform he contested the governorship seat in 2007. I ask, why the fuss? Who is afraid of Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu? The only reason of Ize-Iyamu being in partisan politics is driven by his passion to serve the people and guarantee a brighter future for the present and future generations. And this can only be actualized with the realization that a tree cannot make a forest. Hence, the need for him to align and realign when necessary. So what is Pastor Ize-Iyamu's sin for leaving APC to PDP? Driven by sheer desperation in their unholy act of giving a dog a bad name in order to hang it, the APC-led government has concluded plans to show video clips in major television stations of Pastor Ize-Iyamu showering praises on the comrade governor. Yes, it is true that when a child is doing well ab initio, The parents and other family members will naturally be proud of their child's achievements. But when that child decides to deviate from doing good, he will of course attract condemnation. When Oshomole was doing very well, especially during his first term, well-meaning Edo people, including Ize-Iyamu, had reasons to give him a pat on the back. But after he won his re-election in 2012 for a second term in office, and of which Ize-Iyamu played a very crucial role as Director General of his campaign organization, Oshomole started behaving funny, as if he was demigod, and deviated from the good path he toed in his first tenure. He saw his second tenure as last chance. He was no longer interested in continuing with infrastructural development. Edo people can easily compare his first term achievements with his non-performance this second tenure. And as a principled, conscientious and patriotic Edo man, Pastor Ize-Iyamu and other progressive like minds, having made several unsuccessful attempts to bring back the governor on course, quit the All Progressives Congress (APC) and pitched tent with the PDP. Indeed, it was a very painful decision for Ize-Iyamu and his teaming supporters to leave, more so when he has contributed immensely towards the growth and electoral fortunes of the party. In all these, nobody has accused Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu of stealing any money, or that he corruptly enriched himself when he was in APC. This is why well-meaning people of Edo State are asking, who is afraid of Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu? What actually is the issue at stake? Why are they having sleepless nights over his intention to run for the governorship seat? We'll leave the answers to Oshomole and his cohorts in the APC. The same Oshomole who is today vilifying prominent Edo citizens has at one time or the other sang the praises of the former governor of Edo State, Chief Lucky Binedion.
Well, he's a very good friend. As you can see, I'm here dining and whining. That Lucky is as hardworking as somebody who is struggling to make tomorrow's bread. I'm not only at peace with my predecessor, he's my very good friend. He has capacity to listen and to utter very few words. He's also a man who is very resourceful. So hard work, not rely on just the fact that my father had made it. I have to also struggle to make it for my own. Yes, I've been a governor, but I still have to return to the real world and struggle with every other person. I think for me, those values of hard work, it's the most important.
Oshomole also speaking of the virtues of Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu at various times.
To a friend, a brother, a colleague, a political warrior, and a man who only recently was the Director General of my campaign organization. And as I'm sure you all know, at the end of it, Edo State score us 18/18.
In a letter written to Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu some time ago, Governor Oshomole extolled the virtues of Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu with these words when he stated inter alia, "My dear brother and pastor, politics should be a call to duty. In you is a perfect illustration. What I find even more remarkable is that added to your political gravitas is the evangelical presence of a truly anointed servant of God. You took the leap of faith to found the Grace Group, which in turn provided the rallying point for others who believe in freedom to birth what would become the Edo chapter of the Action Congress of Nigeria. When others despaired, you saw hope. I salute your foresight. If ACN is today formidable in Edo, it is only a reflection of the sterling leadership you have provided. Again, if our party is acclaimed in positive lights in Edo today, you share substantially in the glory. If we have improved the human condition, we owe it partly to the quality of counsel you give. In our struggle to redefine politics in Edo in the past 44 months, as service to the people. I have found in you a committed ally indeed. Having distinguished yourself in administration, evangelism, politics, and lately farming, I believe your sun has only just begun to rise. Those were the exact words of Governor Adams Oshiomhole concerning Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Oshiomhole and his co-travelers are people who should not be taken seriously, as they blow hot in the morning and equally blow cold in the evening. The truth of the matter is that Edo people are wiser now and can no longer be taken for a ride by the antics of an unpopular governor and his divided party, destined for electoral wreck in the forthcoming governorship election. Certainly, nobody can stop a moving train. It is certain it is the player with the ball in the football pitch that attracts the attack of other players. But the attackers must be very careful not to incur the wrath of the referees, which in this case are the electorates in Edo State, who have vowed to stand firm with the candidacy of Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu, because for them the future is now. They can wait no longer. God bless Edo State. God bless Nigeria. Osagie Ize-Iyamu.